There's a voice inside you, and it's been whispering since the day life got hard, since the moment things didn't go your way, since the night you cried behind closed doors and asked, "Why is this so difficult?" And the voice didn't say, "It will get easier." It said something stronger. It said, "You will get better." But somewhere along the way, that voice got drowned out by the noise, the complaints, the blaming, the excuses dressed up like reasons. If only my job was better. If only I had more time. If only someone helped me. That voice, the one born for growth, built for greatness, got quieter. But it's still there. It's waiting, not for the world to change, not for the odds to shift. It's waiting for you to rise. You've got to stop asking for life to be easier. You've got to stop waiting for the road to smooth out, for the storms to calm, for the struggle to vanish. Because that's not how greatness is made. That's how weakness is fed. Every hero you admire, every legend you quote, every success story you envy, they all faced the same mountain. They all stared down the same storms. The only difference? They stopped wishing for an easier climb. They trained to become stronger climbers. And that, right there, is the shift that rewrites your entire story. You don't need lighter burdens. You need broader shoulders. You don't need more comfort. You need more courage. You don't need fewer problems. You need stronger principles. Because life will not bend to your feelings. It will test them. It will demand proof. It will ask, "Are you who you say you are?" And the only acceptable answer is action. Don't wish for less pain, get stronger through it. Don't wish for no obstacles, become someone who turns them into stepping stones. Don't beg for mercy, build mastery. Because the world doesn't give handouts, it gives feedback. And right now, the struggle you're facing is not there to break you, it's there to build you. But only if you stop running from it. Only if you stop blaming, numbing, hiding, escaping. Only if you decide that growth is not optional, it's the only option. You want success? Then stop making wishes and start making changes. You want a better life? Then become a better version of you. Because your external world will always reflect your internal standard. Raise your standard, your life will follow. Sharpen your mindset, your outcomes will align. Discipline your habits, and everything around you begins to shift. It's not magic, it's not luck, it's not destiny. It's design. And you are the architect. But you can't build a masterpiece with the tools of mediocrity. You can't create a future worth living with the attitude of a victim. You've got to toughen your spirit. You've got to train your mind to see difficulty not as punishment, but as preparation. You've got to teach yourself that pressure is not the enemy, it's the proving ground. You say you want success, then show me how you respond when it's hard. Do you shrink? Do you blame? Do you disappear? Or do you stand up? Do you lean in? Do you double down? Because that is the test. The challenge isn't there to punish you, it's there to reveal you. And once you're revealed, you get to rebuild. You get to rise. You get to become better. Better in focus, better in discipline, better in resilience, better in truth. And no, it won't be easy. But that's the point. Easy never made anyone exceptional. Easy never taught you grit. Easy never gave you backbone. Easy never introduced you to the strongest version of yourself. It's the hard that carves the legend. It's the struggle that forges the strength. It's the rejection that sharpens the resolve. So stop wishing. Stop waiting. Stop bargaining with life like it owes you something. It doesn't. But it offers you everything if you're willing to become the person who can earn it. Because that's the truth about success. Most people won't tell you. It doesn't go to the smartest. It doesn't go to the luckiest. It goes to the one who refuses to stay the same. The one who adapts faster. The one who listens deeper. The one who works while others whine. The one who sharpens their edge when others dull theirs with comfort. That person, that version of you, is not a fantasy. It's a decision. A decision to trade convenience for consistency. To trade pity for power. To trade dreams for discipline. You don't need a new year, a new month, or a new moment to begin. You need a new mindset, and you need it now. So hear this. Every time you say, I can't, you hand your power to the problem. Every time you say, it's too hard, you invite defeat into your identity. Every time you say, it's not fair, you declare yourself helpless. But every time you say, I'll find a way, you become stronger. Every time you say, this will grow me, you become wiser. Every time you say, I will rise, you do. Because words are not just sounds, they're seeds. And what you plant, you grow. So plant courage, plant commitment, plant self-respect, and watch what happens. Watch your clarity increase. Watch your energy rise. Watch your results begin to shift, not because the world got easier, but because you got sharper. And the truth is, the struggle isn't going away. The difference is, soon it won't bother you, because you'll stop seeing it as a problem and start using it as a platform to demonstrate strength, a platform to build confidence, a platform to show the world who you are, and more importantly, to show yourself who you're becoming. You'll walk into every challenge with a new mindset. Not why me, but try me. Not make it easier, but watch me get better. Because that shift from complaint to command, from reaction to response, is where your transformation begins. Not in some future moment where everything aligns, but here, where things are messy, where things are complicated, where the odds aren't in your favor yet. This is the arena. And it's not reserved for the perfect. It's built for the prepared. You've got to stop waiting for confidence and start cultivating competence. Confidence doesn't fall out of the sky. It grows from action. It's built rep by rep, decision by decision, moment by moment when you choose growth over comfort. You don't become a leader because people follow you. You become a leader because you start following through on your word, on your goals, on the promises you've made to yourself. Because the harsh truth is this: most people lie to themselves every single day. They say they're committed until it gets hard. They say they want change, but resist everything that requires it. They say they're chasing greatness, but settle for convenience the moment it costs something. Don't be most people. Be the exception. Be the one who means it. Be the one who doesn't have to shout about their ambition, because their life speaks it in every action, every result, every mile walked in silence when everyone else was looking for applause. There's no glory in hoping the world gets easier. There's only power in knowing you will get better. You'll get better at showing up. You'll get better at staying focused. You'll get better at controlling your emotions, managing your energy, choosing your environment. You'll get better at ignoring distractions and locking in on what matters. You'll get better at saying no to the good, so you can say yes to the great. You'll get better at doing things even when you don't feel like it, especially then, because that's when character is shaped, when the emotion fades and the mission still leads. Let me ask you something. When's the last time you showed up with excellence, not because someone expected it, but because you did? When's the last time you held the line for you? Not for approval, not for applause, but because it was right. That's the separator. That's what defines you. It's not about the results, it's about the refusal to become lazy with your standards. Because when your standards rise, your world changes. Not immediately, not dramatically, but undeniably. Suddenly, people treat you differently. Opportunities start appearing. Doors start opening. Not because of luck, but because of alignment. The world begins to reflect your new level. You become someone that challenge doesn't scare anymore. Someone that excuses can't reach anymore. Someone that failure can't define anymore. And that's when you finally understand life was never meant to be easy. It was meant to elevate you. But only if you were willing to meet it face to face and say, let's go. Because wishing is not strategy. Hope is not a habit. Improvement is not a coincidence. Better is built in discomfort, built in struggle, built in the decision to rise while others retreat. And every time you do, every single time you step closer to the version of you that doesn't wish they work, the one who doesn't complain, they compete. The one who doesn't beg, they build. And that version is the real you, the one behind the hesitation, the one buried beneath old stories and tired excuses, the one who's been waiting not for permission but for decision, the decision to evolve, to take full ownership, to stop negotiating with weakness, to stop worshiping comfort like it's a god, and to embrace the truth that everything you want, everything you're capable of, everything you were meant for, lives on the other side of becoming better. Not bitter, not broken, not why me, better. So ask yourself, what have you been avoiding because it's hard? What have you been delaying because it's uncomfortable? What gift have you buried because you're afraid you're not ready? You don't need ready. You need real. You need raw effort. You need unshakable resolve. You need to remember that the pain of growth is temporary, but the pain of regret lasts forever. So stop playing small, stop playing weak, and start playing for real. Because this is your life, and it will not wait for you to get brave, but it will reward you the moment you do. So don't wish it were easier. Wish you were better. Then get to work and become it. Because this is the turning point, the invisible moment, where most turn back, but you go forward. This is where the climb gets steeper, where the voices of doubt get louder, where the pain sharpens, where the reward hides just beyond your breaking point. And this is where most people stop, not because they can't go on, but because they chose not to. But not you. You've made a new vow to stop negotiating with fear, to stop entertaining the voice that says ease is the goal, to stop believing that you're supposed to feel ready before you begin. You are ready, not because it's easy, but because you've decided. You've decided that excellence is your identity now, not a phase, not a project, not a mood. And excellence is not accidental, it is chosen, it is trained, it is lived. It shows up in your discipline when you say yes to the things that build you and no to the things that break you. It shows up in your belief when the world questions your worth, but you walk with certainty because you've already settled that question internally. It shows up in your clarity when distractions knock, but your vision is louder. It shows up in your purpose when you move with meaning, not motion. And it shows up in your actions when you stop waiting for motivation and start manufacturing momentum. That's when life shifts. Not because the challenge disappears, but because you've become the kind of person who runs toward it. Because better doesn't avoid resistance, better invites it. It understands. The struggle is the stimulus. The resistance is the gym for your spirit. The pressure is the price of growth, and you're willing to pay it. You stop playing to survive. You start playing to dominate. You stop thinking, how long will this take? And start thinking, how far can I go? You start waking up not just with goals, but with grit. And every step forward, even the small ones, become statements. I refuse to be ordinary. I refuse to let my potential expire in excuses. I refuse to hand my destiny to convenience. Because there is no convenience in becoming powerful. There is only commitment. There is only the day-by-day, brick-by-brick, habit-by-habit construction of a life so solid that even if the world collapses, you won't. Why? Because you were never built on ease. You were built on better. Every time you lifted yourself out of bed when your mind told you to rest. Every time you spoke truth when silence was safer. Every time you stood tall when insecurity tried to shrink you. That wasn't just effort. That was identity. The identity of someone who doesn't bow to difficulty, they become greater through it. You want to build wealth? Then build wisdom first. You want influence? Then master integrity. You want success? Then show me what you do when no one is watching, because that's the real you. And the real you doesn't need easier conditions. They need unshakable character. The kind forged in the fire. Refined through resistance. Strengthened by sweat, sharpened by silence, tested by trial, and proven by perseverance. So don't wish the pressure would leave. Learn to breathe inside it. Don't wish the weight would vanish. Grow strong enough to carry it with purpose. Because on the other side of pressure is purpose. On the other side of resistance is revelation. On the other side of struggle is the strongest, clearest, most unbreakable version of you. And that version of you is no longer waiting. They're already waking up earlier. They're already reading while others scroll. They're already working while others whine. They're already sharpening their craft while others dull their edge with distraction. Because better isn't a feeling. It's a fire. And once it's lit, you feed it daily. With intention. With standards. With sacrifice. With a refusal to let your potential be caged by comfort. Because comfort doesn't create champions, discipline does. And discipline is not punishment. It's power. It's saying, yes, I'm tired, but I go anyway. Yes, it's tough, but I show up anyway. Yes, the world is heavy, but I refuse to carry it like a victim. Because you are not made for average. You are made for impact. You are made for the days when it's hard and you rise anyway. For the moments when it hurts and you push anyway. For the chapters that look impossible, but you write them anyway. So hear me when I say this. The life you want is possible, but it won't arrive because you wished. It will arrive because you worked. It will arrive because you refused to quit. It will arrive because you became better long before the world said you were. And when it does, when the results start showing up, when the growth starts compounding, when the people who doubted you start asking how you did it, you won't say, it got easier. You'll say, I got better. And when you say it, I got better, you'll say it with a quiet power. Not arrogance, not noise, but the grounded strength of someone who earned their transformation. Because deep down, you'll know the truth. You didn't get lucky. You didn't stumble into success. You built it with sweat, with sacrifice, with sleepless nights, and silent battles no one else ever saw. You'll know what it cost, and you'll never trade it back. Because once you become better, truly better, the old life, the old mindset, the old excuses, they feel foreign. They feel fake. They feel small. You'll look back, not with regret, but with gratitude. Because every hard thing you faced became a hammer, and every hammer stroke shaped you into a force, into a standard, into someone no longer driven by motivation, but by mission. Because that's what better really means. It doesn't mean richer, or more famous, or more followed. It means more solid, more rooted in truth, more grounded in principles, more aligned with purpose, more in love with the process than obsessed with the outcome. Better means you've stopped chasing validation because you've found your value in your own work. Better means you stopped asking life to give you more and started giving more to life. Your attention, your energy, your patience, your excellence. Because now you understand life doesn't owe you anything, but it offers you everything if you become someone who deserves it. So stop trying to be impressive. Start becoming irreplaceable. The most irreplaceable people in this world are not the flashiest. They're the most dependable. They show up. They execute. They finish. They rise. They rise when it's raining. They rise when it's heavy. They rise when it's unfair. They rise when others are stuck wishing and they're working because they get it. They don't pray for lighter loads. They train for stronger legs. They don't hope for easy outcomes. They build unshakable outcomes through consistent input. They don't chase. They create. And so will you. From now on, this is your identity. The one who doesn't need the world to change because you're changing yourself. The one who doesn't need the road to be clear because you'll build a path through chaos. The one who no longer runs from difficulty because you understand that pressure doesn't block your progress. It proves it. So when life gets hard or good, that means the test is real. That means the growth is close. That means the breakthrough is near. Let others collapse. You stand. Let others shrink. You expand. Let others retreat. You advance. Because the one who advances day by day, inch by inch, habit by habit, becomes unbeatable. And hear me. You are not here to cope. You are here to conquer. You are not here to make it through. You are here to rise above. You are not here to fit in. You are here to reshape the room you walk into. But only if you stop running from the fire and become the one who walks through it, forged and focused. So, build yourself daily. Read when it's easier to scroll. Think when it's easier to follow. Move when it's easier to stall. Speak truth when silence is comfortable. Hold the line when the world wants you to bend. Because that's what better does. Better isn't loud, but it echoes. Better doesn't scream, but it lasts. Better isn't desperate because it's disciplined. And here's the beautiful part. Anyone can choose it. Anyone can wake up today and say, this is the day I stop wishing and I start working. This is the day I stop hoping the world makes room for me and I carve out my own place in it. This is the day I stop asking if I'm enough and I become more than enough because I choose better over easy. And when you do, your habits change. Your posture changes. Your circle changes. Your outcomes begin to catch up to your new identity. Because everything around you is a reflection of what's inside you. And when you rise, everything else does too. So don't wait another day. Don't postpone your greatness for when it's convenient. Don't bargain with your potential like it's optional. Don't wish it were easier. Wish you were better. Then do what the better version of you would do right now. Not tomorrow. Now. Because this is the moment it all crystallizes. This is the moment where the line gets drawn between the old you and the unshakable you. The moment where something inside says, no more. No more halfway effort. No more waiting for motivation. No more pretending you don't have what it takes. Because you do. You always have. You just haven't demanded it from yourself consistently. But that ends now. Right here in this breath, in this moment, in this decision, the fire is lit. Not the kind that burns out in a week, but the kind that never dies. The kind that wakes you up before the alarm. That pushes you through the extra rep. That keeps you in the room when everyone else walks out. That reminds you, you are not average. You are just underestimating yourself. But you see it now. You see that wishing doesn't change your life. Working does. That wanting doesn't build your future. Willing does. That complaining doesn't make you strong. Commitment does. And that's the new oath you take. To live by will, not want. To lead by example, not ego. To rise through principle, not popularity. Because the world is full of noise, but your discipline will cut through it. The world is full of shortcuts, but your standard will expose them. The world is full of dreamers, but your daily actions will separate you. That's your edge. That's your legacy. That's your becoming. Because the goal isn't just to be inspired. It's to be transformed. To live in such a way that your effort becomes inevitable success. That your presence becomes its own form of influence. That your work speaks louder than your words ever could. Because now, you know. No one's coming to make this easier. There is no magic. There is only mastery. And mastery is earned in the moments when no one claps. In the days that test your heart. In the weeks you want to quit. In the years where most would have settled. But not you. You're not hoping anymore. You're becoming. You're not waiting anymore. You're working. You're not asking life to go easy on you. You're asking, what's next? Because better is now your identity. Better is how you rise. Better is how you respond. Better is how you lead. Better is how you live. So let them doubt you. Let the path get harder. Let the pressure increase. Let life challenge you. You've already decided. You don't wish it were easier. You wish you were better. And now you are.